100%, this is the future where your entire all your AI, ML, DL models will be in this. Yeah, there are a lot of research is going on in this. That is what is called as reinforcement learning. Now, I can frame it as it is a technique in which machines are trained with their own experience, or machine learns. Okay, machines are learning with their own experience on trial and error basis. In this type of learning, there is no data at all. Okay, so I will say it as it is a technique through which machines are trained with their own experience without providing any data, without any. Okay? And with their own experience and on trial and error basis. I can say it as on trial and error basis. Own experience on trial and error basis. This is the futuristic learning, where all the models are trained in this way. The futuristic, where all the models are trained in this way. And in reinforcement learning, there is no usage of data. That is, the models, or in this type of them, in reinforcement learning, the human involvement is the dependency on the human is reduced. Okay, in reinforcement learning, there is no usage of the data. That is, the dependency on humans is reduced. Okay, this is what it is. Now, before that, the models like ML, like supervised or unsupervised, the data you have to get it. But as a human, we have to get the data and give it over here. But in the reinforcement learning, there is no such there is no need of data. So obviously the dependence on the humans are reduced. It majorly works on two concepts, guys. One is called as agent and environment. Okay. Entire reinforcement learning depends on two major components. First one is agent and environment. Agent and environment. Just give me a minute. Okay, there are two major components on which the entire reinforcement learning is. Again, I'm saying, guys, this is the future. No doubt about this is the future. Okay, reinforcement. Now, I want to give you one quick information before I forget. See, if you want to make your career in AI, artificial intelligence, there are one is machine learning. Machine learning is nothing but our supervised learning. Okay, entirely supervised learning comes under that. Now, deep learning, there are some things comes in the machine learning, but that's okay. Deep learning is nothing but our unsupervised learning. Unsupervised learning. Next one is um, reinforcement learning. Now, again, this is, there is a lot of development is happening, but it is still not like remarkable development. For example, like what has happened with the machine learning and deep learning, it's not. Okay, these are the three sectors you can make your career. And in deep learning also, in deep learning, there is two sectors are there where you can make your career. That is computer vision, and next one is deep learning. Deep learning, NL, like this. These two. And there is one more is there that is called as generative AI. And there is, again, this here the five major sectors you can make your career in. And in this is the future, no doubt about it. Of course, generative AI is also the latest one, but this still it requires data. It is not learning on its own, but this is the one where you don't require data at all. So tomorrow, all you have to do it is make up a model and leave it. It will learn from its own experience. Okay, that is what exactly the power of reinforcement learning. Okay, there's a lot of research is happening on that, but nothing as of now really remarkable achievements. But there's a lot of investments is going. Okay. Um, Now there is something called as agent and environment. And okay, what is an agent? See, agent is nothing but you can consider it as um, like anything. Now, this agent we are going to see it in our generative AI also, guys. Try to understand this. Now, there we are going to do it very detailing. Now, what is an agent over here? Agent, in a sense, anyone, anything, any object which can um, uh, like act on its own is called as agent, or the one which can uh, perform or take their own decision, right decision on their own, that is called as agent. Okay, that is what is called as agent. So agent is nothing but it is like uh, examine the environment. Like in a simple terminology, I will say it as agent in AI. Or I will give it only agent. Agent, it is an object which can take its own decision, which can take decision on its own based on the right decision, not just a decision, any decision, taking the right decision on its own based on the situation is called as agent. Okay, agent and agent is like, any object which can take a decision on its own is called as agents. These agents are broadly classified into three types. Okay, three types. One is called as human agent. We usually take the right decision, right? Now suddenly, uh, like just think that you are in a place, okay, altogether a new place, you've never been there before. You have reached there, okay. Now the situation is you are in that place and you wanted at exactly at 6 o'clock you are there. Now you are searching for a person or a location over there. At evening 6 o'clock you are there. Now it's altogether a new place and it's maybe raining or maybe it's a cloudy day, it's a bit dark. Now you have two options. Continuously, you can keep searching. Okay, you can keep searching on the for that particular person. Or there is another option is there where you can see a nearby hotel over there and you can check in over there and then next day morning you can search. So which one is better? Now searching in the night continuously for the person or staying there in that, because it's about to rain, staying there in the hotel and wait for the person, or next day morning you can start searching that person at that address. So that there's the two options for you. Now based on the situation, now if you are it's night 6 o'clock, evening 6 o'clock. If that was morning 6 a.m., you would definitely say that no, I would search for the person, then I will try to find him. That would be your decision if it is 6 a.m. Because it is 6 p.m. and it is about to rain, you will take a decision that I will get into check in, I will take a shelter, I will take rest, and next day morning we will plan it. Okay, that is what exactly happens. Okay, it is, and that is what you are a human, you are taking a decision on your own. That is what is called as human agent. Now next one, software agent. Now or let's take it as robotic agent. Robotic agent, what do you mean by robotic agent is, now see, robotic in a sense, like I'm talking about humanoid. Humanoid means the robots which look like humans. Okay. So if it is a humanoid agent, then definitely it will take their own decision based on the intelligence. Based on whatever intelligence you are talking about, based on that, it will take the decision. Like as per the instruction. Software agent. Now, software agent means, the best of the example I can say it is antivirus. Antivirus is a software. If it finds a virus or it identifies a virus, immediately it will act and it will try to fix. Okay, it will try to remove that thing, or it will first identify it, it will stop it first, Immediately it will stop it and it will take a decision whether it has to delete it or whether it has to notify you or whatever it is. This is again a software agent. Okay. Now, what is the environment? Environment is nothing but it is a surrounding on which the agent performs some action is called as environment. Okay. Surroundings on which agents perform some action is called environment. Okay. Now, now this is agent and environment. Um, there is one more is called as sensor. Okay, sensors. What do you mean by sensor is, again, these two are very, very important. Now, there is something called as a term called as sensors. What do you mean by sensor is are you can say it as a devices or the organs used by the agent to examine the environment and gather information. Now here, agent is it will take a decision on its own. Environment means it is a surrounding on which agents takes and some action. But on what basis the agent will take an action? Based on the um, information what it gathers. Now, I told you, you are uh, you are staying at 6 p.m. It's a cloudy day, and you know you are tired, and it's a new place, and you didn't find the location of that person where you are came down to meet him. All these things is kind of a problem, right? So, based on this, that is your environment. Environment is area which you are standing. Now, you are thinking that I will take and I will stay back in a hotel and then I will start tomorrow morning. On what basis you are taking the decision? Based on the surroundings. Okay, surroundings in a sense like there's a cloudy day. Now you can see that it is about to rain. Okay, and the time is 6 p.m. It's not good for you to stay back out in the new area, maybe where you land you don't know. So these all you are sensing it, these all you are sensed with the help of sensors. Now sensors are nothing but they are the devices used by the agent to examine the environment and gather the information. Okay, examine the environment and gather the information. So sensors are devices or some mechanism we can say is used by agent to examine or to examine the environment and gather information. From the gather the information about the environment. Environment. Okay. Now, next one is there is something called as um, perception, okay, or perception, okay. It is not perceptron, it is called as perception. Okay, what is perception? See, perception is nothing but um, you are going to perform some action, okay, based on the information gathered using the senses, is called as perception. Okay, um, it is a process of, okay, it is a process of um, performing some relevant action by environment, by by agent over environment based on the information gathered by sensors. Sensors. So, so you are performing some relevant action by the agent over the environment by, now I can see it something like this. See, you are having a humanoid agent with you. I will take it as this is my humanoid agent. This is our environment, guys. Let's take this is our environment. Or let's take it, this is our environment. In the environment, there is um, okay. Now, this is our, we can say it as environment. Okay. Now, this is a path. This is our humanoid agent, like this. Now, this is a humanoid agent with the wheels, and there are some uh, arms are there. Now, this is the path in which this humanoid agent is moving. Let's take it. This is the path on which the humanoid agent is moving. So, what happens suddenly because of here? There on this path, there is a big tree fell down over here like this. This is the big tree which is fell down with the roots up over here, like this. Now, when it is moving on, once it is comes down over here, it is moving with the examining the environment. It will move on from here to here. There's no problem. Then from here to here, it will move on. Then there's no problem. From here to here, it will move on. 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 Here to here, it will move on. Like this, it will examine and it will move. Once it comes down, it finds that there is an obstacle is there. Okay, this is what the reinforcement learning is. It will learn from its own experience. It felt it came down over here, there's no error, there is no problem. Then next, like this, it came down. It felt that there is a problem. Now, how it identified this problem? With the help of sensors. Whatever the sensors it is having, like maybe camera, let me infrared, rays and all these things. Use it, it will find it. And my robot is over here with the vehicle on this. And it sends that there is an obstacle. Now, what will be the action it has to take? How it will take the action? First, on what basis it is going to take the action? Based on the information provided by the sensors. This sensor will provide the information, and based on this sensor information, it will take some action. It wanted to take an action, or it will make a decision to take an action. Okay, what is that? It is actually yeah, what is that? It will be like maybe this, it want to remove this one, and it want to move it this one, and it want to throw it in this direction, like this direction. So now try to understand this. This is your robot, and it sensed it, there is an error, and it will move from here to here. That is what it will going to do it. Clear? That's good enough. Now, how it will perform the action? It decided what action it has to do it. That is, it has to move. That is what is called as perception. Perception is nothing but the action which is supposed to be taken by the agent based on the information what it gathered. That is called as perception. Okay. Now, how it will perform this action? It has two hands, right? Just like humans, the two hands, with the two hands, it will throw it off, right? These two hands through which it is making an action, that is called as actuators. They are called as actuators. Okay, I will write it down. Perception, we know it. Then next one is called as actuators. Now, these are nothing but uh, these are devices used by the agent to take some action, okay, perform some action and effect. Now, it is going to just decide what action it has to do it. In this, it will perform the action. Perform, I will see. Perform some action that affects the environment. That affects the environment. That is what is called as actuators. Okay.